Josh.
Rob.
How are you?
I'm tired.
Why would you be tired?
I spent all weekend writing the cover story.
Yeah. This week's cover story is on the new iPhone 6.
It is.
6S. And, sometimes when they are not releasing a brand new product altogether, but just an update to an existing product, people tend to be a little skeptical and maybe even a little hard on what exactly they're selling.
Yeah, so these are the S releases, as you say, and they did a giant keynote, and frankly, this time they had a lot more stuff than usual.
You actually got to talk to some of the designers like Johnny Ive.
Well, that's true. I wrote this cover story, and we're never, ever using that writer again. So I went out there, and they showed me through the design studio and talked a little bit about what they've got, and the thing that they were most focused on, and frankly the thing that I thought was most interesting, was this kind of new third dimension to the phone. So there's brand new hardware on the outside, this pliable glass, and then there's brand new software inside so that the experience is completely new, and they were great. It was really, totally interesting. It was great to spend 5 days without having to look at you, frankly.
Yeah. And we sort of went back and forth on how to frame the story. Part of it, they're dealing with a lot of high expectation, and sometimes it's kind of strange, how much you're able to achieve, yet people are still kind of unimpressed.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's wow, flying car. Oh, but it's such a pain to park. They don't express it that way, but they're clearly, they're anxious. They want to impress people at all times. So it was interesting the degree to which they talked about the stress, just as designers. And the company talked about risk. They're pretty open about the fact that when they spend 2 years worth of engineering talent on one project, that project better work. We talked about okay, well, how do you express that level of stress, and we did some illos, which I thought were pretty good.
We had some very stressed out looking apples, which were funny, but kind of maybe hit her over the head a little too hard.
Yeah.
And this was a much more subtle approach where, everyone's kind of familiar with the back of their iPhone. It just says designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. But then we just added a bunch more lines, overhauled constantly in anxiety-filled hours we don't usually talk about because we're Apple.
Yeah, I mean, the whole key is it's visual noise, so people know there's stuff written on the back. They probably look at it once when they get their phone and they never look at it again. And so the opportunity to actually play off that is really, really nice. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm happy that this long national nightmare of me having to write the cover story is over. I look forward to getting back into my lazy man seat and letting all the other people do the work.
Yeah.
I know you miss me.
I do, but I really enjoyed the story.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.